So we say, as a consequence, I'll enclose with this, that there are necessary evil consequences for this concept of the Shia. Number one, we criticize the trustworthiness and credibility of those whom have been praised by Allah in the Quran, and I mean by that, the Sahaba. Amazingly, only 3 of the Sahaba remained Muslims after the Prophet's death, according to the Shia. And the others, they became kafir. And how good this will be for the opponents of Islam by saying to them, you claim that this book was written, compiled, collected by those companions who became kafir. So we have the right not to believe in your book. Because the Shia say that those companions, doubting the credibility of those companions will lead to the doubt against the book they collected. Second, doubting the credibility of the Prophet who gave the land to Fadak as a gift to Fatima apart from her other sisters. The third thing is that Fatima came to seek something which she knows doesn't belong to her. Number 4, that Ali was a partner in oppressing Fatima beside Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. Why? Because he did not give the land of Fadak to the children, to the sons and daughters of Fatima. He didn't give them the land when he became the Khalifa. Number 5, that Fatima is ready to cut her relationship with people because of worldly objective materials. Number 6, that Fatima doesn't know that the inheritance of Sulaiman, of his father, is knowledge and prophethood. Noting here that Dawood had many other sons. So why God has to mention that only Sulaiman had inherited Dawood? Why only apart from his many other brothers? It was mentioned in the book of Al-Kafi that Ja'far al-Sadiq said that Dawood had many children. So why only Sulaiman mentioned in the Quran? So that leads to the belief that God is not fair as well, which makes it clear that God is not talking about money. And what is the value? What is the benefit? I mean, what is the point of mentioning in the Quran, revealing to the Prophet, verses to tell us that Sulaiman inherited the money and the property of his father? Does that make sense? No. And also, quoting Zakaria, that he said, وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي وَكَانَتْ امْرَأَتِي عَاقِرًا فَهَبْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا يَرِثُنِي وَيَرِثُ مِنْ آلِ يَعْقُوبَ. That Zakaria said, I have fears, I have concerns about what should be inherited after me. So grant me, O Allah, a son that will be inheriting me and will be inheriting from the family of Yaqub. When he talks about the family of Yaqub, he's talking about generations before him. Is he talking about the inheritance of money from the family of Yaqub? Look how those people are changing and twisting the meanings of the Quran. And really, the prophets of God they have a big concern that they need someone to inherit them. Makes me think that maybe he was something like Bill Gates. He was a very rich man, and he had a lot of concerns. Oh God! By the way, he was a carpenter. Zakaria was a poor man, and he was a carpenter. Why he was so much concerned and worried about who should be inheriting him? God is not talking about property of money when he was talking about those prophets. No. He was talking about someone who inherits the knowledge and prophethood. And God granted Zakaria a son whose name is Yahya, and he was a prophet. And that proves that what Zakaria meant was prophethood, to be inherited the knowledge to someone after him, and that is his son. So all of what those people are bringing it leads to bad and evil consequences. I have clarified this, and I hope that will be beneficial to the Muslims, because I think it's very important for our non-Arabic speaking brothers to understand these facts that had not been clarified before. Thank you very much. See you at another time. Assalamu alaikum.